Welcome to a balanced approach to business growth. I am beyond excited to introduce my 2025 project, a YouTube playlist packed with top tips, fresh insights, and practical strategies to help you grow your business your way. Here you'll find actionable advice to simplify your approach, refocus on what truly matters, and make real progress, all while working smarter, embracing focus, and building a joyful, sustainable business that lights you up. As a business coach, I am passionate about helping business owners bridge the gap between where they are and where they want to be. Whether you're a solopreneur, growing a team, or somewhere in between, this playlist is your resource for turning ideas into outcomes without sacrificing your happiness. I'd love to hear your thoughts too in the comments. So after each video, please do drop your thoughts down there. And of course, I want you to subscribe. But enough about that. Let's get rid of the script. I needed that script just to get this out. Now, why I'm super excited about this project is because last year, so we're at the beginning of 2025 right now, last year, I want to do more video. I've got to do more video. It's really important that I do more video. But there was something that was stopping me. What was it? What was preventing me? Oh, a whole load of stuff. The lighting's not right. I don't look great on video. I don't like the sound of my own voice. I'll need to do my hair. I won't hold myself in the right way and you'll see double chins or up my nose, all those kind of things. But I just need to start. So I want you to come on this journey with me. Another reason for you to hit subscribe is to keep me accountable to sharing consistently these videos for you. So today is all about starting. Now, because we're at the beginning of the year, although it doesn't really matter when you watch this, could be the beginning of a week, a month, another year. You commit to something, don't you? You go, I really want to start something. And I want to give you some examples about what I mean and give you a way of coming on this journey with me. So, for instance, you might have on your list that you want to start blogging, for example. So you might be feeling both excited about this idea and this project. Equally, you might be feeling quite fearful, a bit like me doing this. And yeah, I love talking and I love delivering training and working with my clients, but somehow this creating of videos feels really uncomfortable for me. So I understand how you might be feeling. So it could be that you want to start blogging. It could be that you want to start an email list. Perhaps you have an email list, but you're already going, it's not very, I've only got a few on there. Don't really know what to do with it. Do you see what I mean? Already you might be thinking of reasons why not to do it. So blogging, it might be, I don't have enough content ideas. Consistently emailing a list, you might get stuck in that, I don't know what to write each week or each month. But you might also find yourself in that spiral effect. And I'm going to keep using the newsletter, that's email newsletter, as an example, because it's a great one. The excitement's there, right? I am going to email my list, let's say weekly or fortnightly. The period of time that you choose is totally up to you. But immediately you're going, okay, I've only got 5 people on my list. So maybe I need to grow it a bit first. And then what am I going to write? What am I going to tell them? Do I need a lead magnet to grow my list? Before you know it, that thing that you wanted to do, that you wanted to start, that you had given importance to because it was part of a plan, whether that's your marketing plan or your business plan, it was something that you wanted to do for whatever reason. You're coming up with all these excuses not to do it, a bit like me. My hair's not right today. The lighting's terrible. You can see the reflection of my ring light. I really need to get rid of that. All of those things were good reasons for me not to start today. Equally, I've got children at home because there's no school today. They go back tomorrow. And I've got their friends staying over. So who knows what might happen. But I was committing to doing it, so starting. But back to your newsletter. The challenge here is if you don't start sending a newsletter, if you don't take the first step, which might be simply to send an email to the 5 people on your list, you can't grow something that you don't start. It's the same goes for blogging or creating videos. You can't grow followers. You can't get into a rhythm if you don't start. Now, there are lots of nuances around starting. And it is something that my podcast husband and I have covered in Challenging the Norm, his and hers look at life and business. And I will drop a link to that because it's quite interesting. And we look at it from a different perspective, in that sometimes it's really not helpful to say just start. But what I want to do today and in this video is get you starting the things that you want to commit to, that you've already said that you can do. So what are these things that you have on your list? Take a moment, the minute this video has finished, take a moment to go back to your plan, whether it's your annual plan, your 90-day plan, your weekly, monthly, just go back to your planning, go back to your strategy documents. What are the things in there that you are committing or want to start doing? And then notice where that resistance is coming up, because it is important to notice the resistance. And let's use myself. So yeah, I wanted these videos to be really authentic and real. And but even this morning I was like, oh, should I put a shirt on? I am a jeans and jumper girl. So that's what I showed up in. Oh, how much makeup should I put on? Fortunately, due to my age, I've been putting on a little bit more makeup recently. That wasn't such a problem. But it's like, oh, my hair's not great today. I'll just shove the straighteners through, which is why I keep doing this, because I know it's not perfect. It's not great. But if I allowed those things to build in my mind, I wouldn't have done the thing that's on my list, that's on my strategy, that's part of my annual plan. And if I didn't start, I couldn't see where this journey would go. And that's the other thing I want to touch on here. So when you go back to your strategy documents and look at the things that you had planned for, that you were excited, if not a little fearful about doing, really acknowledge the fears and ask yourself, are they real? Will anyone really care if my hair looks great or whether I've got a jumper on or not? Whether my plant is looking great. Have I got the right things on my shelf? I didn't even check today. No one else is interested in that as long as you're doing the thing that you're doing. So yes, acknowledge your fears around starting, because there might be some things that you can do to make it easier for you to get going. I don't want you to get stuck in the fears. I don't want you to go too far down the line. Your email list, how am I going to grow it? Do I need a lead magnet? You're already going into those next steps. Just start. Send your first email to your list, even if your list is only 5. Okay. I'm not going to tell you how to grow your list. There's lots of ways you can do it. That's not what this is about. But I just want you to know that even if you have 5 people on your mailing list, you can start. If you've got no visitors to your website right now, it doesn't stop you starting a weekly blog, for example. If you want to start going networking, find a networking group, connect with it, make some introductions, find out a bit more about it, ask if you can come along as a guest. Don't get stuck in that. But what happens next? And I'll need this. And what if I haven't got that? And what if that's not right? Don't get stuck in those things. Just go, hey, I'm going to start, because I truly believe the power is in the starting. Because that's how we evolve. Now, I don't know, maybe in 6 months' time, these snippets, these videos might have a really polished introduction with an image. So I'm chatting behind the image. You won't even have to see me. It might be that I have a much more structured approach, but I don't know, because I get stuck in that. I won't start. So I just want to start, and I want to enjoy the journey, and I want to allow it to evolve. So that's what I really want to encourage you to do today. Whatever it is you need to start, I want you to know that it's part of the journey, that there is a journey in starting, and that you will evolve over time. I remember a long time ago, I'm listening to someone on a podcast, can't remember who it is, apologies. But I remember them saying that they'd gone back to like some of their first episodes, like 12 months or even more. I can't remember the time frame that they were talking about. They were saying how awful they were. I know in 6 months, 12 months, I'm going to look back at this video and think, oh my goodness, that was so awful. Why did I put that ring light on? I really should have put more makeup on. I'm going to look at it and think, oh, I should have scripted it, and all of those kind of things. I might look back. Actually, I'll never think I should have scripted it, because I don't want to script these videos. But that's beside the point. But I might go, oh my goodness, you went off track too often. it's about the journey. It's about evolving and growing. And you cannot evolve and you cannot grow and you cannot experience the journey. You cannot learn a craft, for instance, if it's blogging, more video content, if it's showing up on LinkedIn more consistently. You can't evolve if you don't start. So let's go on this journey together. Um, I'm so glad I didn't script this. And I think that I just want to touch on that just a little bit. It would have been really easy for me to script these. I did script the first bit. You could tell that I was reading it, but there were, I wanted to kind of get that across and I wanted to set the scene for what these were. And thinking back already, I haven't done a great job. Did I tell you who it's for? I think so. Did I tell you how long they were going to be for? I'm aiming for 10 minutes. Who knows how long I've been talking to because I haven't set a timer. But that whole point of, right, I think I need to script it. Immediately my energy changed. And I know, and I've scripted training before, that I have had slides that I've been talking behind, and I lose a part of me when I script something. So I make no apology for the ifs, the buts, the maybes. I make no apology for stumbling over my words and jumping all over the place because I know this is me. This is authentically me. And that's part of the journey. Now, I've been in business well over 10 years now, so I'm more comfortable with that. But I want you to become more comfortable with that. And you won't be able to unless you start. So I want you, encourage you to go back to all your strategy documents and all your plans and bring out those actions. What are the things that you really want to start? Yes, explore what's stopping you. And it might be that you have to give yourself a bit of a talking to, like I did this morning. The kids are old enough to get their own breakfast. They're not going to come barging into my office because they're way beyond that point. Yes, I do not like the sound of my own voice. So when I have to do any editing, I don't like that. But you might love the sound of my voice. I don't know. Apologies if you don't. Does it really matter that, I'm not perfectly, that I haven't stepped out of a salon? That none of that I don't think is important to you. What's important is that I provide a light bulb moment, that I provide to you that moment when you go, okay, I'm going to come on this journey with you, Lindsay. I'm going to start something. So I need to know what journey you're going to start. And I need to know what it is that you're committing to. So I really hope that you take time to put that in the comments. Now that, as I say, will help me stay accountable because one, it'll give me more material. Also, it'll help me to know that I'm landing in the right way, that I'm connecting with you in the right way, because that's really quite difficult. I love standing on a stage and seeing people because I can see their eyes, I can see the whites of their eyes, I can see their body movements, I can see whether I'm connecting. This is really hard for me because I'm just looking at myself, and all I can see, is hair not quite right and all those things. So it's not easy for me. So your comments are going to become really important or are really important, not become, they will be really important to me. So take the time to give me some feedback. Take the time to tell me what you're committing to. And if you've got any challenges coming up, or if there is something that you're already feeling that resistance about, book a clarity call. When you're booking it, tell me that you've watched this video. Tell me what it is that you would like some help and support with, and let's get you moving. Let's create that momentum. Let me help you find the confidence and courage to start. So there will be some links below this video. One will be the link to that episode of Challenging the Norm that I mentioned about starting. So I'll do that for you. I'll also put a link down there for you to book a clarity call. I'm also going to put a link for you to join my mailing list, because why wouldn't you? A little bit more craziness in your inbox and more, I was going to say rants. I am quite good at ranting if there's something that's really upset me, because I believe that business should always be on your terms and in your way. And I think there is far too much information coming at us that is telling us how we should be doing things. And I felt like that was possibly one of the reasons maybe that I didn't get cracking with this project in 2024. I'd kind of gone down that rabbit hole of I really need to do more video. So I should be, should's never great. everyone's talking about video content. I was kind of getting stuck in all of this information in it, particularly around, you know, video content is king. You need to be doing more of it. I was getting stuck in that, but actually I wanted to do more video content for me. I wanted to do more video content because it was a way of me connecting with you, it was a way of me imparting some of my light bulb moments, letting you know that this incredible journey that you are on, you're not alone, and those feelings that you have are real and they're valid. And there will be days on this journey when you are flying high and it feels amazing, and others when it just feels like you're on a hamster wheel and you just want the world to stop, or you want the wheel to stop, so you can get off, so you can catch up, so you can, find a moment to catch your breath. And there'll be lots of moments in between. I call it the good, the bad, and the ugly of business. And I want you to know that a lot of that is really normal. And yeah, I have been there, and I still have days where it feels pretty ugly. But I have more strategies and tools now than ever before to be able to move my way forward, move forward. Okay, so I will say I'm very good at repeating myself, so I'm going to try not to do that. I've already explained what I'd like you to do in the comments below. But until next time, because there will be a next time, I just want you to know that your little ducks do not have to be in a perfect row. If you want to start a podcast, you don't have to have the all singing, all dancing microphone, for example. The earpods from an iPhone, other phones are available. I just happen to know that the earpods, or the the ear what's the word I'm trying to look for? Just the ones that were on a cable and you plug in. Okay, I'm sure you'll be able to work it out. They're brilliant. They will give you good sound quality. So don't get hung up. Don't try and make your ducks perfect. And I think that's another reason that I didn't get started on this project last year. I wanted all my ducks to be in a perfect row. And quite honestly, have you ever tried herding ducks in a row? It doesn't work. They're not interested. So, no need for your ducks to be in a perfect little row for you to start. You just have to find the courage from within to do it. I am so looking forward to continuing this series. And I will be doing more this month. The idea is that I will record weekly. I don't know, some weeks, who knows, I might get into a flow and record more than one at a time so that they're all done for the month. Although then I have to decide, will I change my jumper for each recording? Will I just record them in the same jumper and hope you don't notice? All those kind of things that we get stuck in. But the aim is, there is no but. I will be turning up every Monday. Haven't picked a time yet. Perhaps I should do that. But if you subscribe to my channel, you will always be notified when I release one of these videos in the A Balanced Approach to Business Growth playlist. And yes, I had to bring my piece of paper back up just to make sure that I used the correct name. Until next time, I look forward to hearing what you start, how you get on, and please do reach out if there's anything I can help with.